Arcadian Vanguard presents the Wrestling News in your daily wrestling newscast for Thursday, August 10th, 2023. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin today with last night's edition of AEW Dynamite broadcast live on TBS from the Nationwide Arena in Columbus, Ohio. In the main event, Hikaru Shida made the first defense of her newly regained AEW World Women's title, defeating Anna Jay. In the opening segment of the night, Anna Jay, along with the rest of the members of the Jericho Appreciation Society, had split from Chris Jericho one by one during an in-ring promo, effectively bringing the faction to an end. The first match of the night saw the Young Bucks defeat the Hardy Boys. It was the 8th time the Hardys and the Bucks had ever faced off, and the second time in AEW following the Hardys' victory last year at Double or Nothing. Following the win, the Bucks accepted the challenge of AEW World Tag Team Champions FTR for a title match on August 27th at All In. Adam Cole also convinced AEW World Champion MJF during an in-ring promo to join him on the pre-show of All In to challenge Aussie Open for the Ring of Honor Tag Team title. MJF and Cole are scheduled to face off in the main event of that show for the world title. The same segment also saw friction erupt between MJF and Cole when Cole stuck up for his friend Roderick Strong after Strong was the target of an MJF promo.
I'm getting real sick and tired of your weirdo, jealous ex-girlfriend vibes. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to do whatever all you weird, generic white people normally do in this situation. I want you to get in your car. I want you to go home. I want you to run up the stairs. I want you to slam the door to your room. I want you to jump into your bed. I want you to cry into your Hello Kitty pillow. I want you to put your headphones on. I want you to listen to some Taylor Swift. And I want you to shake it off, you bland bitch.
Sting appeared to issue a challenge to the Embassy for All In, coming to the defense of Darby Allin and attacking the group with his baseball bat.
Look at him standing everywhere here. Yeah, I get it. Look at the face of they are Fox.
Fox thought Swerve was behind him, but he wasn't. And Sting with the bat in hand. You never know when Sting's going to attack.
Just when you think you won't see him again, he appears out of darkness.
Oh, Sting! Has he thrown out a challenge for All in London? Oh, the icon Sting!
In other results, Jack Perry beat Rob Van Dam to retain the FTW Championship, and Claudio Castagnoli and Jon Moxley defeated the Lucha Brothers. Following the win, the BCC attacked the Lucha Brothers, with Castagnoli removing Phoenix's mask and wearing it. In ratings news, NXT drew 776,000 viewers this past Tuesday night on the USA Network, according to WrestleNomics. That total is up 7.6% from last week's 717,000 viewers. This is the fourth week in a row NXT has drawn 700,000 viewers or more, which had not been accomplished since April 7th to May 4th of 2021. NXT also drew a .23 rating in the key 18 to 49-year-old demographic for the third consecutive week, which equates to approximately 300,000 viewers on average. The .23 demo rating NXT has snared the past 3 weeks as the highest for the program since the show moved to Tuesday nights on April 20th, 2021. The approximately 476,000 viewers who are in the non-18 to 49-year-old demographic was the highest total for the show since January 10th of this year, when the show reached 498,000 people. In news from Japan, Wednesday brought day 16 of the G1 Climax tournament from Hamamatsu, Japan, with Tetsuya Naito and Zack Sabre Jr. both winning their D-Block matches and attaining 10 points each, qualifying them for the quarterfinals. Also victorious in their D-Block matches were Jeff Cobb and Alex Coughlin. The G1 quarterfinals are scheduled for today in Chiba, Japan, featuring Sonata vs. Evil, Kazuchika Okada against Zack Sabre Jr., David Finlay against Will Ospreay, and Tetsuya Naito against Hikuleo. Semifinals are set to take place on Saturday, with the finals scheduled for Sunday. And Day 2 of Noah's annual N1 Victory League took place inside Tokyo's Korakuen Hall on Wednesday. Winners from Block A matches include Masa Kitamiya, Timothy Thatcher, and Jake Lee. Block B winners were Daiki Inaba, Go Shiozaki, Lance Anoa'i, and Saxton Huxley, who defeated Katsuhiko Nakajima during the show's main event. Day 3 of the tournament takes place today, also inside Korakuen Hall. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast. And remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, follow the Wrestling News across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the Wrestling News. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.